Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hello, my name is Nicole, and I'm currently a college student at Indiana State University, studying elementary education with a minor in reading, but I'm home for the holidays, and because of COVID, blah blah blah, we know the whole deal, I think everyone in America knows the deal right now. If you don't, then you need to get with the program, but yeah. So today I thought I would kind of do a life update video because I got some confirmation emails just regarding next semester, and so I was waiting to get those before I filmed this video, and so I finally got it, so I just need to film it. But before that, I just kind of wanted to reflect on this past semester. So this past semester was a very tough, it was very challenging, and it just, I don't know, the work wasn't really challenging. I definitely felt like we got a lot of busy work, which was super annoying. But yeah, so basically, if you didn't know, I was doing some student teaching last semester, but not really a whole lot of it. It was more observation. It's called Total. And ISU is one of the few schools that actually do this, because a lot of my friends that are going for elementary education from high school, they're like, what are you talking about? And so I'm explaining, they're like, yeah, we don't have that. And I was like, yeah, this was supposed to help us for actual student teaching this next semester. So hopefully it does. I guess I can kind of do a video after student teaching and kind of see if it actually did help or whatnot. But so we did this, and basically we had to teach half days. We had to do one half day teach. We had to do a reading lesson, which a read aloud, where we read a story and then do a lesson with that. A spelling lesson. And then we had to do a whole week of teaching social studies, a whole week of teaching math, a whole week of teaching reading, and a whole week of teaching writing. They had to write a story. And then at the very end, we had to do a whole day teach, where we teach all day by ourselves. So, and then just some days here and there, if your teacher needed you to go up there and teach. And some days sometimes my teacher was like, hey, can you go up and teach this for the day? And I was like, yeah, because she needed to work on something. So totally understandable. It's just it's basically an intern, and I definitely from the movies and shows and everything, just watching interns, I definitely felt like an intern at times. I would go make copies. I would have to pull students out of the classroom that missed the day before to get them caught up. Just things like that, I had to do. And I guess you could call it the yucky work, but it is what it is. I definitely build one-on-one relationships with students throughout that. So in a way, I kind of am glad I got to take them out and work with them and just help them through it. And then on top of that, so we were at ISU probably 80% of the time, and then at the elementary school 20% of the time. So some weeks we were only there maybe 3 days or 2, and then some weeks we were there every day. The last 3 weeks I was at the elementary school, we were there every day. So that was 15 days in a row. So that's 40-hour weeks. And that really was an eye-opening, just to be there that much and work that much. And then on top of it, I did YouTube, and I had to take a day away from YouTube, sadly, just because I couldn't handle 2 days of uploading. But I'm gonna kind of go into that more. And then I had that, and then I worked on campus, and I would work 5 hours on the weekend on Saturdays. I worked every Saturday at different times. And then during the week, I worked 14 hours. And I was drained, guys. It was hard, doing going 40 hours. And then on top of that, and I was taking 18 credit hours. I was taking 5 classes on campus and then 1 online. So I was taking 18 credit hours, student teaching sometimes 40 hours a week, actually working 19 hours a week, plus the weekend. And it was very draining. And on top of that, my brother got married, so So like that took some time off of like time away from me like getting to work on homework because like my brother was getting married, which I'm super excited for. Like it was such a good day. Love that day. And like I actually like my roommates for once this year of having good roommates. So like I wanted to hang out with them. I wanted to do stuff with them. You know, we'd have movie nights and we would go get supper sometimes, and you know, just hang out with like my friend Maddie, Gabby. You know, I don't live with them, but just hanging out with them. And it was just a lot. Like it was very hard and tolling. I remember one day I just almost started crying because I was so tired. Like, yeah. So it's very stressful, but at the same time, I didn't feel so overwhelmed. Again, like even though some of the work was kind of busy work, this other stuff, like it felt easy most of the time. Even though I'm an LN major, I hate writing lesson plans. Hate it. Hate it. Hate it. So there was that, but like for the most part, like the work wasn't so hard to where like I just could not figure it out. It was more of like I don't want to do it work. So yeah. So that's just kind of a recap on my total semester and just like things like that. Like I said, it was good, stressful, overwhelming sometimes, but like it was good at the same time. So very thankful for this past semester. Okay, so now I want to go into like a whole life update situation. So this past semester, I think I said it in like vlogs and such, but this past semester I was in a 5th grade classroom at an elementary school. And basically last April, we were supposed to find out where we were student teaching out for this upcoming. So like we were supposed to find out in April of 2020 where we were student teaching out starting January 2021. So we could start working with our teacher and just get things ready. Well, because of COVID, we weren't finding out, and it was very stressful because like at this point, like you're supposed to be meeting with your coaching teacher, you're supposed to be getting lesson plans, you're supposed to be meeting your students, and I'm not doing that. So I love 5th grade. I love my kiddos, even though some days they drive me insane. I love them, love my coaching teacher. I loved the elementary school I was at. I was like, so me and a couple other girls from ISU were talking one day at lunch, and they made the comment about staying next semester. And I was like, oh, we're allowed to stay next semester? And they're like, yeah, some schools let you stay. So I like immediately emailed ISU and was like, I want to stay. And like I talked to my coaching teacher. My coaching teacher's like, yeah, I definitely want you to stay. I would love it if you could. So she wanted me to stay. I wanted to stay. So I'm like emailing ISU. We're getting it all figured out. And then I found out on October 26th, I believe, it was the weekend after my brother's wedding. Yeah. I got an email saying that I am staying at the elementary school that I was at. So I'm doing my student teaching at 5th grade, and then I had to do more paperwork. So that's why I never really said anything, because I had to do more paperwork. And then last week I finally got the confirmation email of, yes, you are at the elementary school again in 5th grade with the same teacher. So I super excited. It's definitely what I wanted, and it's just gonna be a familiar face of like I already know my teacher, know my students. I'm not gonna lose time with them. Like I can jump in and help them when I get back. And yeah, so I start teaching January 4th, but that is a teacher day. The students come back on January 5th, but I go in on January 4th. So that's when I like start student teaching. It's just kind of crazy because ISU is on break until the 19th of January. So it's kind of weird how I don't go back until like 2.5 weeks. I go back 2.5 weeks early, but it's okay. Again, super excited to see my students. I flip and miss them. I like keep telling stories of them and just funny things they would do and everything. And I miss them a lot. So yeah. So let's see what else. Okay. So working wise, I'm not going to be working as much. Right now my schedule is Monday and Wednesday from 4 to 8. Actually 4:15 to 4:30 to 8. Friday nights I work from 7 to 10. And then I work every other weekend. So on Saturdays I work from 5 to 10. And on Sundays I work noon to 5. So pretty happy with my schedule. Fridays kind of stink, but like it's okay. I can handle it. So I am working less hours, which was what I wanted because the semester was kind of draining of working so many hours. So I was kind of glad that I got less hours, and I talked to my supervisor and told him I wanted less hours because you're technically really not even allowed to work when you student teach. But they kind of give us the exception of, you know, like you have bills, and if you're like, if you're not from Terre Haute, then like you don't really have a place to live, so you have to pay rent and everything. So they are pretty good about that. But yeah. So that's kind of like my working. Upload schedule, I really don't know. I would love to probably, okay, so because ISU don't technically start till January 19th, I'm not working the first 2.5 weeks at ISU, which is kind of stressful financially, but we're gonna try to budget and work it out. It's gonna be okay. We're gonna get through it. But I know, like, I don't know, it's just hard because I don't know if I'm gonna do Monday and Thursday again. For sure one day. Hopefully the first few weeks that I'm back at ISU and student teaching, I can do that, but I don't really know, so definitely follow me on Instagram just to kind of keep updated on what I plan on doing. So that's kind of the plan there. But yeah, so I think this kind of wraps up the life update. I just kind of wanted to announce formally that where I will be student teaching at next semester and what grade and everything. So I can't wait to take you guys on my adventure of that, and I know it's going to be super fun to see. And yeah, so anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.